Hi, I'm Puan Nofaiza binti Abdullah from Polytechnic Seberang Perai.
Hi, I'm Muhammad Siza binti Maskin from Polytechnic Seberang Perai.
I'm Puan Rosmaniza binti Arwani from Polytechnic Seberang Perai. Today we are going to explore two fundamental operating modes of the 555 timer, monostable and astable mode. The 555 timer is one of the most versatile and widely used integrated circuit in electronics. Understanding this mode will help you in a variety of applications, from simple timer to more complex oscillator.
Before diving into the modes, let's briefly discuss what is the 555 timer. Developed in 1972, it's primarily used for generating precise time delays and oscillations.
Let's start with monostable modes. In this configuration, the 555 timer functions as a one-shot file generator. Here's how it works. This is the basic operations of monostable modes. When triggered by a negative pulse at the trigger pin, the 555 timer changes its output from low to high for a specific duration determined by external resistance and capacitors. Once the time elapses, the output returns to low. There are two components involved. First, resistor. This resistor will control the charging time of the capacitor. Second is capacitor. The capacitor is determined how long the output stays high. The time period can be calculated using this formula. T equal to 1.1 times R times C. For applications, monostable modes is useful in applications like timers, pulse generations, and switch debouncings. For instance, if you want to create a timer that's turned on a light or specific duration when a button is pressed, monostable mode is the way to go. For circuit examples, here's a simple circuit diagram. Notice the connection for the resistor and capacitor to the threshold and discharge pins, while the trigger pins is connected to the buttons. Now, let's move on to astable modes. Unlike monostable modes, the 555 timer in astable modes operates as an oscillator, continuously switching between high and low output states. Basic operations. In this mode, the 555 timer has no stable state. It continually oscillates, creating a square wave output. The times the output remains high and low is determined by two resistors and one capacitor. There are three components involved. First, resistor 1 and resistor 2. These resistors set the charge and discharge times of the capacitor. Second is capacitor. This works in conjunction with the resistors to determine the frequency of oscillation. The frequency can be calculated using the formula. Applications. Astable mode is commonly used in applications like LED flashes, tones generations, and clock pulse for digital circuits. For example, if you want to create a flashing LED, you can use the 555 timer in astable mode. Circuit example. Here's a typical astable circuit. Notice how R1, R2, and C are connected to the threshold, trigger, and discharge pins, allowing for continuous oscillation. As a conclusion, the 555 timer is a powerful tools in electronics, especially in its monostable and astable configurations. Whether you need a simple timer or a square wave generator, the 555 timer has you covered. I encourage you to experiment with these modes in your project to see the practical application. Thank you for your attention.